To bring everything but the hog out. Think we eat nothing but grass, what you talking about? I'm about to jump into the whip and hit the Whole Foods early. Get everything to get that soul food working, like mac and cheese, the collard greens, the black eyed peas, and get a roast of that tofu turkey. Got cornbread, even got stuffing. Mashed potatoes so good, put your hand in it. String beans, and you know we got yams with it.
So guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at the papers. If you don't know, there's been a big media storm this week, obviously trying to discredit us as vegan activists and basically to make us put a bad light on us in front of the public's eyes. So in today's Scottish Sun, as you can see here, they're actually saying vegan violent hate campaigns of vegan Viggilantes. It says here, ranting militants target terrified farmers and butchers. As you can see, and it's got Joey Carbstrong there. Joey Carbstrong was actually on the Jeremy Vine show, and this is where it all started, because Jeremy Vine actually, he basically laid a trap for him. He had this bacon sandwich there, and Joey obviously started to educate him on what actually goes into the process of that bacon sandwich being there and seen as food, not the get into obviously the torture of obviously the animals and then the killing. So Joey's always usually really restrained. He's always really, he always uses Socratic methods. He really does it in a peaceful manner, but this time he get really wound up, and that's where they try to make him look bad and such like. And like Joey says, they're using every tactic under the sun to try and discredit us, basically looking at our character rather than what we're saying. It's the same, I get it so much, and I've actually had a lot of problems recently with a farmer, with a truck driver. He's saying a lot of things recently. He's obviously saying about, and we were talking about February Dairy. Obviously February is the month-long campaign where obviously the dairy industry floods social media with so-called positive items about obviously the dairy industry. He's saying here why it isn't rape, and obviously why we're trying to make everybody look bad and why we're trying to discredit them, and basically says he has no problem with vegans, but he has a problem with non-truths that is spouted about people being murderers and rapists. He says that is being thrown towards an industry that in most treat their animals with great respect, love, and he says he knows we'll answer before we even say it. And then he's saying about how we're even buying from supermarkets, because obviously supermarkets do run slaughterhouses, and he says that we're supporting the industry. At the end of the day, we live in a world where supermarkets, as we all know, it's a supply and demand, and I've clearly said this to him, and all the other people in the Save movement have told him as well, that it's a supply and demand. If we don't support supermarkets that are bringing out vegan options, we're only limiting the growth of the vegan movement. We're growing exponentially, as we all know, and like it says, 360% rise in vegans over the last decade actually says that. 550,000 full-time vegans, 167,000 have actually pledged to quit animal products in January through Veganuary, and 190 animals are saved each year per vegan. Let's say 42% of vegans aged 15 to 34 as well, so it's growing massively, guys. But this is just absolutely highlighting what they're trying to do to make us look bad. So I'm going to go on the computer, and I'm actually going to show you this on the laptop to actually go through it, guys. So here it is here, guys. It says here, vegan Viggie-Lantes violent hate campaign of militant vegans are targeting terrified farmers and butchers across the country. Terrified farmers and butchers across the country. Do you realise just how terrified those animals are when you're leading them off to slaughter? You say you look after them. It doesn't matter if you look after them or not. We're not about animal welfare. We're about all animal exploitation at all, whether that be for clothing, food, your items that you use in your household, anything like that. That's what we're about. Animal welfare is only about the industry's welfare standards to be looked after before they go to slaughter. They all go the very same way. They all got hoisted up, got a bolt gun through the head beforehand, and the throat slit as well, guys. So shaking his head in disgust, Pig Hollier, Terry recalls his most distressing brush with militant vegans. Jumping down from his cab, the dad of two told me they threatened to get my children from school and they torture them like they're supposed to torture animals. Right, first offly, I hate anybody being threatened, because that should never happen to anybody, and if that does happen, it's disgusting. We are all about a peaceful movement, and we're only wanting 3 minutes bearing witness to the animals before they go to slaughter. If anybody's doing that, which I doubt they are, I think it's an inside job of the animal industry to obviously discredit us and make us look bad. But if that is happening, I really hope that stops, and I don't suggest anybody does anything like that. That's absolutely disgusting. But I really doubt that is happening. This is the very same thing that this truck driver was saying to me. I say, I'm not going to mention his name, but he was basically saying that we're basically traumatising the truck drivers, and we're harassing them, but obviously stopping the trucks. Harassing them? They've got 3 minutes to stop that truck. Is 3 minutes out your day really as bad as what their animals are suffering when they get into that slaughterhouse? You can go to your life after that. The animals don't have the luxury of doing that, so we're not harassing you in any way. It says there that they get your name, which is written on the lorry, and they troll you on Facebook. They troll you on Facebook? Well, I'm getting trolled on Facebook by this truck driver. So this is absolutely amazing. Let's say, troll you on Facebook. I never trolled this guy on Facebook. He's trolling us. He's been trolling the Save movement for months. Like I say, I'm not going to mention his name, but you can see it all here. Proof in the pudding. It is there to see. He's basically saying that he's giving us all the hate of the day. Like I say, he says he doesn't hate vegans and such likes, and he says, how do you think, oh, but really our Tesco's and other supermarkets are pumping thousands of pounds into the slaughterhouses to get the meat. Where do you think they get it from? He's saying that we're making them look bad and we're abusive and all sorts. So this is the kind of thing. This is receipts. Show me the receipts. These are the receipts right here, guys. Proof in the pudding. They're the ones threatening us, we're not threatening them. But it says here, but us Holliers are acting within the law, and Britain has some of the best animal welfare in the world. You're acting within the law. That's the world we stand in right now. Unfortunately, the law is on the side of animal exploitation. But as the movement keeps growing and growing and growing, we'll get to the point where we can actually lobby at Parliament, and we'll be much stronger than that, guys. Animal welfare, we're not about animal welfare, which I just discussed. Terry, who will not give his real name for the fear of reprisals, has been transporting pigs across Britain for 12 years from his Somerset base. So it says here, now he is a wave of hardline vegan fanatics has emerged, a claim backed by worried meat suppliers who call in anti-terror cops. This is what they're trying to do, guys. They're trying to make us look like terrorists, all to discredit us in the eye of the public, because we're growing really exponentially, like I say, and it's all a smear campaign, especially with February Dairy, which has absolutely been debunked. We've absolutely destroyed February Dairy already, showing the cruelty to the animals, obviously the impact on the health. Like I say, 400,000 plus cells per millilitre of milk alone is full of progesterone, estrogen. We know it causes tumours and such likes, and as we all know, the countries with the highest dairy intake have actually got the highest risk of osteoporosis. So it just shows you guys, it really does. Let's say you can get all your calcium and such likes through things like sesame seeds, obviously things like your pulses, tofu, lentils, beans. You've obviously swede, or as we call it in Scotland, turnip, things like almonds, Brazil nuts, fortified soya milk, Obviously things like cinnamon's another one, fennel, olives and your green leafy veggies, guys, are all great sources of calcium. They really are. Although, let's say, dairy contains calcium, it is not the best source, as cow's milk actually contains things like saturated fat, cholesterol and obviously 35 hormones, such as things like estrogen, like I talked about, but absolutely no fibre and very little things like obviously vitamins A, C and E as well. So it says here he's had his windscreen cracked when they hit it with placards. I don't know if that what happened there, but did he even run into them? I've seen truck drivers do this often, try to run us off the road. They threaten your families and they graffiti the trailers, causing thousands of pounds worth of damage. Well, that just shouldn't happen at all. That's really disgusting if that is happening, but I've never seen that happening whatsoever. We don't even touch the trucks. We try to stay back from them because we don't want to distress the driver, we don't want to distress the animals either, so I don't see why that would be happening. He says some extremist vegans are turning their cause into a blood sport, threatening violence against enemies in the farming industry. Well, I've just never heard that happening. Where's the receipts for that? Livestock consultant Dr. Jude Carper, a breast cancer survivor, discovered the depths to which some are prepared to sink, which she launched a social media campaign to promote dairy. One tweeter responded, "Why would someone who has breast cancer consume dairy?" Exactly! WTF, don't be shocked with the cancer comebacks, exactly. Just like I talked about there, promotes tumours and such like, we all know that. Another posted, "Promote the torture and the killing of cows and their babies for the breast milk, get breast cancer." Think that one of the most direct karma links I've seen. Mum of Jude, 40, from Oxfordshire, told the Sun, "I've been astounded by the hate. It's difficult to deal with. People are animals too." People are animals too, and that's exactly right. We all deserve love, we all deserve compassion, and we'll know about hate. And if anybody's doing that, that's just disgusting, and please stop that. But I don't know. I have a family and obviously would never want anything to happen to them because of my beliefs or what I post. Exactly, nobody should be threatened, nobody should be consented to abuse or be any violence involved as well, so that's totally right. There are dangerous people out there and I'm being more careful. There are dangerous people, but we forget that there's a lot of dangerous people in the slaughterhouses as well, guys, so look at it that way too. There's dangerous people in all walks of life. Last week, eco-friendly dairy farmers Jonathan Crickmore, eco-friendly, oh that's a good one, and wife Dulcie, 35, were subjected to 5 solid days of death threats after he posted a picture of his new triplet calves on Facebook. Along with hate mail, they were sent some unpleasant messages regarding their 2 children. The family from Bungay, Norfolk, is that right? Said they had been targeted by a vegan group who encouraged members to attack dairy farmers. Encourage members to attack dairy farmers? I don't know any group that does that, guys. I really don't. It says veganism is on the rise in Britain. A poll in 2016 found there were around 550,000 full-time vegans here, up 360%, just like I talked about, and 160,000 pledged through Veganuary as well. Last Wednesday, a celebrity vegan campaigner called Joey Cabstrong, who I just discussed about, hit out at Jeremy Vine on the BBC Two show because the host ham sandwich lunch was made from the flesh of a dead pig. See, this is where they're trying to make us look bad, because they played right into it. They made Joey lose his place, and Joey's not like that. Joey's one of the most amazing vegan activists you could possibly meet, and this is just another way of trying to make us look bad. So there you go, guys. It says the Save movement later said it was rejected all violence, intimidation and racism, including anti-Semitism, and that's exactly right. That's what we are all about. We joined 8 Save protesters at 6 AM one last day outside the kosher poultry abattoir in a bitterly cold Manchester. Organiser Richard Smith, 25, a vegan chef, said farmers and those who work in the slaughter industry were genocidal murderers. That's what I'm saying. They're talking, they don't believe that their murderers are rapists, but it doesn't matter. I think they're only associating that with the human form, because inherently we all know that rape and murder is absolutely wrong, but cognitive dissonance is a thing, guys. We only correlate that towards the human form. At the end of the day, when you send an animal to slaughter and you slit its throat and you artificially inseminate it by pushing your hand into its anus with a metal rod or bull semen against its will, that is rape, that is murder, no matter what way you look at it. So that's right enough. He also branded some farmers rapists as the animals are forcibly impregnated and said it was sexual assault bordering on bestiality. So there you go, guys. It says, absolutely amazing, what I say. It says, they're talking there, they're trying to go back to Joey's past to make him look bad. Reformed gang member Joey, 31, is from Australia, but is exporting his hate to the UK during a tour to promote veganism. Hate? Have you actually been at one of Joey's workshops or any one of his videos? He promotes peace, Socratic method, everything. He is the most... I don't know why anybody could say that there's any hate there. Absolutely disgusting, and that's just what they're trying to do. They're trying to discredit us in every way and make us look bad. So I would say, everybody beware, just look out, be as positive, be as respectful, be as compassionate as you possibly can be, because they're trying to get any way they can to discredit us. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this, guys, and remember, as always, binge on life, purge negativity and starve guilty feelings, and be kind to every kind. The only difference is your perception. Speak to you all soon. Binge on life, purge negativity and starve guilty feelings. Speak to you all soon and love you so much.